think I did.
I didn't see any.
Okay,
Yeah, you mean,
we gotta approve them.
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's a lot.
I don't remember. I don't think I did. This is the one before that.
This doesn't mean that we're gonna double pay you.
No. Oh, let's look in a minute. You could, I suppose.
None of us got paid enough over.
I think we missed it.
Take it back, copy machine and run a few more, yeah.
Let me look, let me look. Well, she just gave it to me, so I don't think so.
Oh, it's probably better do it. We still got some money on it.
If you're feeling generous. No, it wasn't on last month, so it was, we didn't have a meeting.
We're live.
Been really screwed up. We didn't have a meeting.
I know,
We did that Tuesday before that. We didn't have a meeting.
yeah,
And
tell me about it.
did you talk to Sarah? Sarah got kind of caught in between that deal and application that what she was supposed to get in. I told her to send it in. We'll prove it after the fact. I probably spoke out of turn.
I'm not sure which one.
It's just for a grant.
Oh,
That means no money out of our pocket.
I haven't, we'll put it on for Tuesday. It's
Yeah.
not on for this week, so it must be something.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
Yeah,
And I talked to her a little bit. She didn't say anything.
okay,
We caught it too late, so.
okay, so we'll get it on next time.
Oh, are you ready, Brenda? It's 9 o'clock. Ready or not, we're going. It's 9 o'clock. I'm going to call a meeting of the Codington County Commissioners to order. If you'd please rise, I'll have Commissioner Van Dusen lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 2 is a call for public comment. If anyone would like to make public comment in person or by the telephone, you could use the numbers 605-882-6248 or 605-882-6297. And if you have a cell phone, could you please silence it? And if you need to take a call, we'd appreciate if you do it in the hallway. Number 3, is there any conflict of interest?
No.
Nope. No. Okay. Number 4, we need a motion to approve the agenda for November 7th. Motion by Van Dusen, second by Gable. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 5, we need a motion to approve the October 22nd, 24 minutes of the motion by Johnson, second by Gable. Is there any additions or corrections? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
It's on his-
Okay, so we'll just wait on that one and we'll move down to the monthly reports. If we could have Jody come up for the extension part.
I just type it out for us. So the new 4-H year began October 1st. We have youth and re-enrolling and new youth enrolling right now. They can call the extension office if interested in joining 4-H. I attended the National 4-H Conference in Boise, Idaho in October. I spoke about farm safety at the Progressive Ag Safety Day session. I'm co-chair of the Workforce Development and Career Exploration Working Group of the National Association of Extension 4-H Youth Development Professionals for the 2024-2025 year with Corey Sharp of Purdue University Extension. And we meet via Zoom with colleagues from across the United States. So that's kind of good to be something with a national group. Congratulations to all the 4-H youth and volunteers who were honored at the 4-H recognition event that was held on October 27th. 4-H Clover Buds was held this week in Florence and Waverly South Shore and will be held in Watertown November 18th and 19th. At this time, we have 37 Clover Buds enrolled and we're learning about the flag and they learned how to fold the flag. So, and I had some 4th and 5th graders helping me this week and they still remembered it as Clover Buds and folding the flag. And now they have to do it at school too and they have to go get the flag in. We held the shooting sports coaches meeting last month to discuss the upcoming season. We're going to begin registration for BB gun, air pistol, and air rifle and archery on November 13th through our fair entry program. We are going to have a season of air rifle in December for those who want to get a head start because of some other contests that they can participate in. 4-H will be represented at the Watertown Nonprofit Happy Hour on December 3rd at the Goss. And we will have a display at the Watertown Optimist Club Winter Wonderland, which opens after Thanksgiving. And plans are in the works for the farm show lunch counters. We do need one more overall chair. If interested, they can give me a call at the extension office. So that is February 12th through the 15th, I believe farm show is. So
Wow.
comes up fast.
Madam Chair, I do have one comment to make. I was at the recognition event. Was that last Sunday or something like that?
2 weeks ago, yeah.
And this'll, you ladies, listen up. The 3 people from Codington County went to the national finals for the shooting sports.
They went to the Daisy Nationals
The
in
Daisy
Rogers,
Nationals.
Arkansas. 5 of them did, 5 kids did. This is the first time we sent kids to that.
Three of the girls won.
Mm.
3 of the girls were in attendance and they were the ones chosen or what, right?
I don't know if they were top, but they went.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It was all girls.
Yep. And yep, I think so. No one boy went, but he wasn't there.
Yeah.
He wasn't
it
at
was
the
all
recognition
girls.
event, so.
And then I talked to Skip Meisenheimer, the other day or yesterday, in fact, I talked to her and she said, well, you know, girls are more level-headed and they can concentrate and they're a lot steadier. And I didn't argue with Skip. I just said,
Yeah.
you're right. But congratulations to all those students that got awards this past year.
Yeah, any questions?
Keep up the good work.
No, stuff was good.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Thanks, Jody.
Thanks, Jody.
Okay, Todd, if you'd like to come up.
Morning, Todd.
Going hot.
Good morning. Out of the Veteran Service Office, this last month, we currently have 175 open claims, 83 pending action with the VA, 222 completed year to date. Hamlin County, since we're providing services there, they currently have 14 open, 8 pending action by the VA and 17 completed. Again, claims going to the VA right now are probably looking at that 180 days to get completed, so it's taken a while, but
I'm sorry, is that just any old claim or is that?
it depends. I think it's more of an average because sometimes
Yeah.
you could say a hearing claim might go through in 4 months, but you might have a claim for something else that might take 8, 9, 10 months, so I think that's kind of their average. Again, I mentioned before that in September, they busted 11,000. I've seen a couple other emails that they're still tracking right around 11,000 claims per day for veterans from that standpoint, so. The monthly increase for compensation to veterans here in the community was $17,648. Total year to date increases per month, $125,688. Retro payments in the month of October exceeded $217,000. And we hit that mark of over $1 million in retro payments year to date from that standpoint. Again, that's to whenever a veteran starts a claim, that's the start date. But whenever the claim gets finished, they have to, the VA comes back in and pays that amount and brings the claim current. That's what creates the retro payment from that standpoint. So 4 veterans transported in October, 4 currently scheduled for November. We have 7 drivers and we have 1 application. He just dropped it off yesterday. So with that, I submitted a bill to Hamlin County for the services VSO services, June through December of 24. Okay, good. Budget update, just so everybody's tracking there, you know, with the increased cost of renting the building there, when we constantly get great comments about that, having the handicap accessibility and the location there. Even with that, we should still be under budget, returning money back to the county general fund from that standpoint.
We like that.
Yep, very good. Yeah, you bet. VTS, you've heard me talk about that here in the past. That's finally on board at the Watertown Community Clinic here. They got the driver. He stopped over and talked with us. He's starting to work. They have the ability there to handle ambulatory or non-ambulatory veterans from that standpoint. Again, you know, their primary mission is to give veterans rides to approved VA appointments or care in the community that's been approved. They can't just give a ride to anybody to a certain, or a veteran to a certain location. It is for approved VA appointments. Jay is on he's on the radios right now while I'm here. He's going to be briefing that. We pushed it out to the commanders. There's a phone number that they need to call. That number is 605-977-4400 between 7:30 and 3:30, Monday through Friday. 3 business days in advance to schedule a ride. Cancellations must be done 1 day in advance. Again, just as a reminder that Community Transit here in Watertown will provide rides to veterans for VA and non-VA medical appointments in the Watertown proper area there from that standpoint. Their number is 605-882-5287. Must be 24 hours in advance for that standpoint. We were out at the National Guard Army this last weekend, did the Red Leg Summit briefing to them. Basically, it's an event where they talk to the service members that are going to be retiring soon. We talked about VA benefits there, and there's also a handful of retirees that are there. It looks like they're going to be doing, the South Dakota National Guard is going to be doing an event. I believe it's going to be the 22nd of February. That's what they call a crossroads event. Basically, they're going to have people that will be speaking towards TRICARE, National Guard retirement, Deere's Machine, getting ID cards and stuff like that. Will be out there at that event also. I believe that's going to be open up to anybody here from the retiree standpoint or currently serving from there. More to follow on that. Yep. I don't want to lose my spot here. I had the Vets Council meeting on Tuesday. The Veteran of the Year for Codington County has been selected. We have the plaque and stuff ready to go. That'll be announced on the 11th at the Veterans Day ceremony. And the Veterans Day ceremony is at the Extension Center on the 11th of November. Start time's 10:30. Mike Nye is going to be the speaker. As I said, Jay is on the radio right now while I'm here. And again, the Veterans Day Military Appreciation Event at Joy Ranch, co-hosted by the Sea of Goodwill and the Watertown Area Community Foundation and several different businesses that have donated to that. That's going to be Saturday, November 9th, 10:30 to 13:30 at Joy Ranch. Lunch, burger bar around noon. Secretary Whitlock from the Department of Veterans Affairs will be talking a little bit there from that standpoint. One last thing that I got here, I wrote a little note here. Some of the veterans have been getting letters. They call them a tax letter or a summary of benefits. When they get them, it doesn't really trigger anything, but it's a good reminder that, hey, maybe I need to go in and see a VSO and to make sure my benefits are current and everything is tracking from that standpoint. Any questions?
Yeah, what's the difference between the service that they're offering through the clinic now and what we're offering?
Well, they have a paid driver. Ours are volunteer drivers. That's
But I
probably,
mean, as far as the service, we offer the same thing.
yes. Again, we're going to try to push, make it available. We can't take non-ambulatory. They can take non-ambulatory. And in talking with the driver, I think they're looking to leverage that to go get people that might be in Henry or in Brant or in the local Millbank, bring them here to Watertown as opposed to taking people from the Watertown or the other area and making the trip to Sioux Falls because of the amount of time that that takes. There's only one driver,
Yeah.
but, yep, you call them, you bet. Again, it's availability, you know, you could call them and say, well, sorry, we're already going to Millbank that day. We're not gonna be able to pick you up. But they'll try to lead you. They have a capability, if you're 30% service connected from that standpoint, they have ability to maybe reach out and talk to, community transit. There's a couple of different places that, they can contract with to say, hey, we can't get there, but they can come pick you up from that standpoint.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yep, thanks, Todd.
you bet.
Thanks, Todd.
Okay, let's back up to number 6. If Luke, you could come up, take care of that plat.
Good morning. Sorry I was too late here. I will hit it. Looks like you've got the information, so I'll keep my stack here. We've got a plat of Whitney First Edition in the Northwest Quarter, Section 28. Township 118 North, Range 51 West. That's in Waverly Township. This is straight east of Waverly. In fact, it is such that when you're driving out, you almost think that there's a road that keeps going through that section. It doesn't. It's not platted. But that's kind of what we're talking about here, is that this property was granted a farmstead exemption by the Board of Adjustment earlier in the summer. They presented a plat. It gives access along a long driveway up into a farm site that's been there for a long time. Planning Commission recommended approval at its last meeting, and that's it.
Second.
Motion by Johnson, second by Gable to approve this plat resolution. Any other questions for Luke? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you all.
Yep, thanks, Luke.
Thanks, Luke.
Yeah, have a good night. Good night. Have a good night. You can. It's just hold over the rest of the day. I'll bring the plan over.
Days are a lot shorter, now, so.
Write that down.
We'll see you.
Okay, now we'll go to number 8. Steve, if you want to come up, we'll have discussion, possible action to authorize Steve with this county part, Codington County Conservation District
Yep,
business.
I don't know, you guys all should have received by email and so what the application, basically what it involves and so they asked, Codington asked me and so about doing a grant for weed for new seedings of CRP acres for all these new forbs, and with chemicals out there, it will destroy some of them. So what they're trying to do is do a program for mowing for a 3-year program. So they asked me if I could go and be a joint associate with them. The money will not go through the county. It will go through the Soil Conservation District, but I figured I better come and ask for the authorization to be joint with that project.
How many acres of CRP are we estimating?
That I cannot tell you for sure without asking. So one of the biggest things in the problem is there's quite a few non-residents that live around here, so their means of control is really limited. And and some people don't have mowers and to be able to do this. So this is where they're trying to kick off a program to assist on some of these new seeded acres and
I'll move to approve because this is something that we really do need.
Mhm.
I mean, there are some places out there that have really gotten carried away.
Right. We'll have to see what the state weed commission decides on this grant, so.
Okay, motion by Johnson, second by Van Dusen. Any more questions? I have one, Steve. It's mainly for just newer seeding.
Mainly for
Once they're
newer seeding,
established,
once they're
they're-
established, yep. It's more or less to go and get the control from the first 3 years of establishment on this. I think they're gonna reflect back probably to some of the last couple of years on a couple of these, offer this and but it's mostly to starting and established or, establishing.
Is it
these.
soil conservation, are they gonna have the equipment to mow this?
Yes,
out?
that's part of it. They are in the process of purchasing some of this. Also the, Grassland Coalition has a unit and somebody else has a unit, so they're gonna be a multi deal. They're trying to kick off for 2 counties on this and see if it can get spread.
And the grant will take care of the grant.
Yep.
Through the SES.
Yep.
will Take care of,
Yeah, the estimated cost, I
labor
think, is like
to
100.
To do this.
Yep, the estimated total cost is like 100 and some thousand, but they're trying to request for like 30,900 or something like that.
That's really good that,
So,
really good that.
yep.
They're cooperating with, Clark, because that's all the weeds we have in Codington County, that's where that came from. You get them taken care of, we'll have ours sent to them.
That's a comment always made from all the weed supervisors. Yeah, you were getting your weeds from you because we got the winds blowing in. So,
Yeah.
yep. All right.
Any other questions? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks, Steve. Okay. Item 9, discussion possible action to approve estimate with Deutsche Excavating for bridge wing wall repair. Morning, Lynn.
Good morning.
Morning, Lynn.
How we doing?
Good.
So you have some pictures, Lee?
Can I show the pictures? Okay, sure. Okay.
So this is a bridge on County Road 1, which would be Kransberg Avenue. And this is about 1.5 miles north of Kransberg. This isn't on the bridge inspection. It's too small of a structure, so we don't get it inspected. We noticed a hole on the side of the road this summer. So we had Mark Junker from Banner take a look at it, and he came up with a plan on how to fix it and preserve it. So that's what this quote is for from Deutsche Excavating. And Mark did visit with Danny Deutsch about this. We would supply the riprap from our shop.
Those 3 photos, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that just gives you an idea where it's separating there. The wing walls are separating. So they want to put some 1/4-inch plate steel in there to tie it together and then riprap it from the backside.
So is this something that can be covered with this year's budget?
Yes, this will come out of our capital improvement.
Yeah. I'm also approved.
Second.
Motion by Johnson, second by Waterman, to approve this estimate with Deutsche Excavating. Any other questions for Lynn? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, discussion possible action to approve quote for hot tack sprayer for highway department.
Okay, I've got 2 quotes here for oil pot that we use in the spring for patching our roads. This has been brought up at some of the safety meetings about getting this replaced. There's not very many of these out there to pick from to get prices for. We went with the lesser one from Mid-States. That'll do the job that we need it to do. This is gonna replace a 1951 model.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion.
This I do know is in the budget.
Correct.
Yes.
That is in the budget.
Motion by Gable, second by Van Duzen, to approve this quote for this. Any other questions? Seems like we got our money's worth out of that one, so it's an okay thing to.
The new one won't last that long.
Right, no.
No.
I'll just use it once.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, number 11, discussion possible action to approve quote for skid steer loader for the highway department.
So I've got 3 different quotes. They're all bid off of Sourcewell. One from Kubota, one from Kibble, and one from Butler. The only difference between the quotes is kind of at the last minute, I added in a snow blower to the Kubota quote. I had him quote it with a snow blower. They all were quoted with pallet forks. But in thinking we've got 2 bridges in the county that we're not able to take our motor graders, our payloaders, our trucks across. We intend on plowing them with a pickup plow. But eventually, if we get a bunch of snow, we're gonna need to go out there and blow the snow off of the bridge decks, and a skid steer would be able to go across them bridges. This is another thing that has been brought up in some of the safety meetings about getting a skid steer for the highway shop. We have the money in our equipment budget to cover this.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Johnson, second by Van Duzen, to approve this quote for a skid steer. Go
So
ahead.
the quote, I guess, my second, we're gonna need to pick one, right?
The Kubota was the one that I was gonna recommend. Even with the snow blower on there, it's still cheaper than the other two.
I changed my motion to add that right in the motion.
Exactly. In the amount.
To go
With the
to
amount.
the Kubota at the
Which
amount,
is-
with the amount.
There, 63,000.
The
Okay.
amount is $63,144.16, right?
What does this, just curiosity, what does a blower cost?
The blower. Yeah,
This didn't include the blower, did it?
yes, the
Yes,
Kubota,
okay.
the Kubota,
Okay,
yeah,
8,400.
yeah, 8,400 for that, and 1,350 for the pallet forks.
And
second.
that's compatible with any other equipment we might have.
It is, yeah, we currently have a milling machine, and that's compatible.
Or any other Bobcat equipment we
Right.
might have.
Yes,
Okay.
yep, they're all pretty much interchangeable anymore.
Mr. Chair,
Yeah.
and this is, before we vote, this is, like Lynn said, this has been an item on the safety meetings. We've been talking about this for quite some time, about their ability to use that around the shop almost on a daily basis for moving heavier equipment and stuff around the shop. So this will definitely be put to good use. So sure.
We probably are the only, one of the few counties in the state that don't have
Right.
something like this.
We will now.
Well, that's good. Any other questions or comments, or all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Go get it.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks, Lynn.
How long before you can get that?
They have it all there.
Oh,
This afternoon then?
Maybe this afternoon.
We'll be out there at noon to test drive it.
Okay, number 12, action to approve rate increase of Codington County Basic Life Insurance with Reliance Matrix.
Right, so you have that document. This is just the renewal that will be January 1, 2025 through January 1, 2026. There is a slight increase. Right now, it's 18 cents per thousand. It's going to go to 23 cents per thousand. The other basic AD&D remain the same amount.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Gable,
No move.
second by Waterman, to approve this rate increase. Any other questions? It's pretty,
It's not a lot, but it's in the budget, yes. So, yes,
Right.
it should be covered by the budget, what we have, so.
You know, it's either that or find it. I mean, that is one of the
Yeah,
benefits, so
Yeah.
it's still pretty reasonable
Yeah,
compared to
it is, yeah, okay.
something that's been in place for a very long time.
Brenda, just refresh me, and I should know this, but how many of our employees have life insurance?
They're all receive that as part of their benefit package. That is what they
Not
get.
part-time though.
No, just your
all
full-time,
Full-time employees.
Yep. just full-time.
Well, that's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure. Thank you.
Do you remember, isn't it 50,000 coverage? Is that what it is? Do you remember?
It went. I'm not gonna say.
Okay, all right, just stick with number 6.
I'll have that for you.
Yeah.
What our coverage, I just bumped out from.
Okay.
any other questions? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Number 13, action to approve the renewal of county liquor license applications.
Right, so this is a yearly. That they have to renew every year. You have the list: Country Road Barn, Dakota Sioux Casino, Joy Ranch of South Dakota, Rooster Sports Bar, South Fork Lounge. Dakota Sioux and Joy Ranch don't have the full well, Dakota Sioux has a liquor license plus the malt, and so Joy Ranch only has the one. They don't have a liquor license, they have the malt. And I checked with the sheriff, there has been no issues with any of these establishments, so he was fine with you approve them.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Van Duzen,
Second.
second by Johnson. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Okay, number 14, canvass the 2024 general election results and action to approve.
Okay, so you have your canvases there under that. And I don't know if you guys would allow Troy to go through these as reading off from this public result list, and then you guys double check the numbers as he reads through. So you can just do the totals.
Right.
Yeah.
Stop it, Commissioner. All right. Ready?
Yep, go ahead, please.
Okay. Presidential electors, Kamala D. Harris, Tim Waltz, 3,840. Chase Oliver, Mike Termott, 88. Donald J. Trump, J.D. Vance, 9,349. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Nicole Shanahan, 233. Total votes, 13,510. For United States Representative, Cheryl Johnson, 2,880. Dusty Johnson, 10,406, for a total of 13,286. Public Utilities Commissioner, Forrest Wilson, 2,672. Gideon Oaks, 511. Christy Fegan, 9,220. Total vote count, 12,403. South Dakota State Senator for District 4, Stephanie Sauter, 1,346. Total votes, 1,346. South Dakota State Senator District 5, Dennis Solberg, 3,203. Glenn A. Vilhauer, 7,889. Total votes, 11,092. South Dakota State Representative District 4, Kent Rowe, 1,083. Dylan C. Jordan, 870. Total votes, 1,953. South Dakota State Representative District 5, Diane M. Drake, 2,308. Amy D. Rambo, 1,953. Josephine Garcia, 5,892. Matt Roby, 8,314. Total votes, 18,467. Codington County Commissioner, District 2, Rita Wishard, 834. Tyler McElhaney, 1,306. Total votes, 2,140. South Dakota Supreme Court Justice Retention, yes votes, 8,689. No votes, 1,950. Total votes, 10,639. Constitutional Amendment E, yes, 5,064. No, 8,110. Total votes, 13,174. Constitutional Amendment F, yes, 7,873. No, 5,214. Total votes, 13,087. Constitutional Amendment G, yes votes, 4,927. No votes, 8,451. Total votes, 13,378. Constitutional Amendment H, yes votes, 4,591. No votes, 8,086. Total votes, 12,677. For initiated measure 28, yes votes 3,763, no votes 9,315, total votes 13,078. Initiated measure 29, yes votes were 5,635, no votes 7,767, Total votes 13,402. For referred law number 21, yes votes 5,455, no votes 7,073, total votes cast 12,528. And for the Codington County bond issue, yes votes were 7,248, the no votes were 4,940, total votes cast 12,188. The first ballot date and time was November 5th at 7:04 PM. The last ballot date and time was November 5th at 10:55 PM. Total ballots cast were 13,767. That's it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Need a,
Need a motion in a second to approve that canvas, and then I have certificates that you decide that I need to mail into the Secretary of State because they are doing their canvas on the 12th, and we all need to have ours in on the 12th for them to. And if we don't get them there, we drive down there.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
motion by Johnson, second by Gable, to approve these, votes. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
I do have one question. What was the percentage of voters? You ever figured that out?
73.01.
Wow.
73.
So interesting to note, in office, we had 7,242 individual votes. At the polls, there were 6,525. We had more in-house, in-office voters than.
So early votes, basically.
What,
Early votes.
Early
what was
voters.
that number again? 7,000?
7,242 was the final.
I'll be done.
Yeah. Friday and Monday were very busy days, 653 voters on Friday, 672 on Monday.
Wow.
We were happy. It was good. It
That's,
was-
that's
it
a
was
record, right? Is that a record for
In,
the vote?
in office, early voting, yeah.
Brenda, why do you think more people are voting absentee like that? Do you think it's just a convenience issue? Okay.
They would say, oh, something came up, I'm going to have to be gone.
Uh-huh.
So it is nice. I mean, it's that opportunity then for those people to be able to vote. I'm fine with it. It works out well.
Yeah. Good.
Do you think I might tweak next time if it will be this busy? Probably have a few more people on hand here since, you know, unless it.
Was there any issues with the system at all? Everything work okay on election night? Good.
It was all good. It was a great day. No issues out at the polling place, like we didn't have any individuals here that we had any issues with, so overall. I didn't have my mic on. Overall, very good,
Okay,
Just
very good.
good.
curious, so the having to open all the envelopes, is that a major increase in workload? For you guys, or just kind of working into the routine and
Yes, you mean, so when an individual would come in and want to try to carry for a person who is sick or
Like, no, I
confined?
mean, like on election, when you start counting the votes, you have to
Oh,
open a lot more envelopes.
Yes, I
So
put another panel together. Usually, I mean, I had 3 and then last minute I put another panel. So we had 4 panels of 4 individuals working on that. Started at 9:30. Most of them were done by 4:30. We had one that had a larger one that went till 5 at the end there. So yeah, I don't know, Minnehaha, they were still, I don't know how other counties do it if, but anyway, they were still having results through the night and I don't know, but they're a way bigger county. They had like 81 precincts.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know how many of you voted out at the extension center, but it was slick. I mean, no line, in and out, 10 minutes.
it's good to know. Yeah, I was hoping that,
So we need to commend
Oh,
all the
yes.
helpers out there,
Absolutely.
everybody that.
oh yes, I'm gonna grab something quick too. I could do it during my report. The Boy Scouts group also came up. I think it was number 8. I don't know, it's just clubs now. I don't, because there's girls involved as well. So I don't know what their official title is, but we had one group that came and helped us and that was awesome.
That's great.
All those individuals, they were waiting downstairs, and they brought everything up, so our precinct workers could just drop it off and be on their way, so yeah, much appreciation. I will have all their names when I do my report next week. That will be part of it, and yes, all the precinct workers, anyone that was involved, we had, you know, Sherry Howell from Emergency Management up here helping a lot, and then and allow Jill to come help and just everybody. It's just a great group of people that are willing to chip in and help when you need it. So
Well, and that was your first presidential election as auditor, so it went
Yeah.
pretty smooth. So thank
It's
you.
great.
as
No,
well in
I'm
your office.
ready for another one. It was fun. That's exciting.
Let's
Like
wait
it
4
is.
years.
I know. Oh, 2 years to be governor. It is. You go through all that preparation and then when you see how it all unfolds, it's fun. Very good.
Right. Yes, thank
Yeah,
you.
we're willing to wait for you.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, yeah, I didn't get discouraged. It was all good.
Here's these,
Okay, great.
and
I
then
don't want to drive.
your, number 16, that's when you said those,
We have to do a post-election audit since there were no recounts this time. We will have, because there's no possibility of a recount, so we will do that. So we will draw first so I have all of
It's a
the,
waste of time.
well, it's just to audit the machine, so everybody knows that it really truly. So we'll do the precinct first and then we'll draw out the race. So we have to have one state race, so they're all, everything's in there, all the races, all 23 precincts are in here. Somebody wants to come make sure. I don't know who wants to draw.
We'll let the
JT,
chair draw.
okay, he's draw out a
It's
precinct.
his responsibility. You draw the route. And the winner is,
B2. So B2 will be our precinct, so we have to draw now.
Bingo.
Races.
oh, 2 races.
2 races, so one has to be a state race, the other one can be anything.
Keep-
So draw one out and we'll see what our first, this will be for the state race,
at the half mile.
Amendment G. So that will be one of our races, and now you can draw one more. And referred law 21, so we end up with 2 state races, but that's totally legit, we can do that, so. That is what our audit will be. B2 will have Amendment G and referred law 21.
Good. You did a good job, Chair.
Thank you. Okay, and number 17 is,
I
Yeah.
should note the date that we're going, I have the date for that. It's going to be Friday, next Friday. I didn't write that down. The 15th at 11 o'clock AM is when we will conduct that audit. I'll have it on next week's agenda as well.
then number 17 is, the office will be closed on Veterans Day, November 11th. Number 18, action to approve a resolution to lift a burn ban on open burning.
Andrew talked to me about that earlier this morning and he recommended after talking to the fire chiefs and other personnel that we lift that burn ban. And I would make that a motion.
Motion by Waterman, second by Gable to lift the burn ban. Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Burn, baby, burn.
Drill, baby, drill.
I can tell you the resolution number will be 2024-33.
Okay, number 19, is there any abatement?
No abatements, no budget supplements. Oh, shoot, we gotta do claims first, though.
Number 20, action to approve claims for payment, and I think. we
That
have
is the
those.
salary claims, yes. Total amount for the month of October is $764,374.49.
Move to approve.
Motion by Johnson, second by Gable to approve these claims for payment. Any other questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And no budget supplements. I didn't have any personnel changes.
Okay. Any travel, number 23?
No travel.
Travel requests. Number 24, public notice of possible quorum.
Well, there's Veterans Day events all over. I'll try to hit all of them. No, but eat hearty. I wish they'd spread that out over a month or 2 months or whatever. I will be going to Brookings and putting on a Veterans Day program for a grade school down in Brookings. I don't think any of you will be down there, but at the veterans program, there surely will be. And at breakfast, lunch and supper probably as well.
Any other?
How about the Sioux Valley Commissioners? Is that 2 weeks? Isn't it?
No, that's next week,
So that
Wednesday.
would be another one.
Well, I only have one commissioner that's gotten back to me about going.
I'm gonna.
And it's me, right?
No, Lee, but you want to go? I'll get you on there.
Yeah,
I
get
guess
me
I
on there
did. I
also.
missed you. And Randy, we can still add you to the claims for next week and we'll take
Okay.
that along. Good enough.
Okay. Number 25, is there any old business? Is there any, number 26, new business? Okay, we'll move down to the open. It's now open for public comment. Someone would like to comment? Seeing none, we'll move down to the commissioner comments.
Mr. Chair.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just with
Commissioner Gable.
the bond for the jail passing, just want to thank two groups. One is the Codington County Justice Advisory Committee, folks who have served on that. That's the committee where we did a lot of the looking over, the facts, the figures, the data. What the old jail looks like, what a new jail looks like, what the issues were. So I want to thank them for all that work. Now we're still going to be getting together and talking about what comes next with that group. And then also want to thank the group of concerned citizens that got together and really helped us explain this to the public. And so that was a lot of hard work in these last couple of months. So, and that was the vote yes for Codington committee. So appreciate all their work.
Thank you, Commissioner Gable. Any other commissioner comments?
But the one comment I'll make is I just want to thank Lee, put in countless hours in this process. And they always say third time is a charm. And so I guess that's what it took. Now the fourth time will be figuring out how we're gonna get this paid for. That'll be more, not a charm, it'll be a miracle, so we'll need help.
All right, well, we can always pray for, doesn't hurt to pray for wisdom and diligence. Can I make one other?
Yes.
Comment? Just to give folks an idea of what comes next, I've been asked this and we'll give more details, hopefully, week by week, as we work on it. But basically the next step, we already have our owner's rep that Tegra have hired and an architect and a construction manager. Will probably have to amend those contracts to make it for the project, assuming we're reasonably happy with what they've done so far up to this point. And then on the financial side, you'll recall Toby Morris was here before, so we'll be talking about an underwriter, the person that actually issues bonds, and then a municipal advisor that's what Toby specifically is focusing on is how do we invest those the different pots of money to get proceeds and hopefully reduce that levy when it comes time to levy. So just give people an idea what's going to happen. So we'll get a bit more on that. Hopefully some of it by the end of the month, and then definitely get more by the end of the year. So thanks.
Mr. Chair, Lee, Mark Vox, you've been in contact with him?
Let me get the contact information.
He's been contacting me.
Okay, well, it's not him, but I've been talking to Toby.
Mark, you know Mark?
That name sounds familiar. Did we deal with him on the previous
I think he was on one of the.
attempts, right?
Okay. Yeah, I'll talk to the gentleman.
Fox, yeah.
I didn't reply, I just was gonna wait till today, I just got it, so,
You can send it my.
okay, thank you.
have you guys draw, I'm gonna have you draw one more precinct for this one in case I need to do 2 precincts. To go back and read just to be safe. I put B2 was the first one that we drew, referred law 21. Let's try another precinct just in case.
Oh,
And
okay.
If I don't have it, if I don't, it will be B2, but just so we don't have this, have to do this all.
You got time and a half for this one.
One for your.
Make sure you get a
Just wanna
precinct.
make sure. Germantown, Robin, okay. I'll do that. We will see. Since I have not done one of these yet, this will be the first time I had to learn about recount, and I was watching that. Good now, thank you.
Is there any other commissioner comments? We do have a need for executive session number 3. So we need a motion to go into,
So, second.
motion by Johnson, second by Gable. All those in favor going executive sec, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Short session,
I
right?
admit it. Yeah.
Let's hope so. I don't want to.
Jim.
I would